Ey, Shalom, Shalom, stuff, so begin no Prestia Bashim, Shah Bashim, Dash, the apostles of GMS and honesty brothers doing the work and truth. What sincerity. It's a quick one from RT's opinionated piece. Right, it says David Attenborough's right warning our extension is on the horizon. Right now, I believe this if David Attenborough said this in a document. I remember arguing speaking about a documentary on Netflix, Our Planet or something like that. Warren Buffett said it's a good watch, so boys can check that out. This Attenborough guy's nature documentaries are usually on point. Not saying the numbers are on point or any facts that he brings up, but just in terms of the wildlife and stuff like that. But there was a bit that one of the Archeum shared, or rather highlighted, that I wanted to read from this article. It says, in our brief history, 83% of all wild mammals have died out. In the last 50 years, the populations of mammals, birds, reptiles, and fish has been slashed by 60%. Alright, now, hey, once again, these all making it seem like we've all come together and done this. Right now, you did this. Right, so we just talk about the love of money. Right, is the root of all evil, and this man has basically destroyed the earth because he loves money so much. Right? Because there are sustainable ways of doing things, but they don't bring about a big enough profit margin. Right? And he thinks he's so smart, but he goes around just destroying things, right? So, I'll just go to the usual scriptures, man, right? This is Matthew 24:22 says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, right? Because he will kill you, and he will kill himself for the love of money, right? Look at people are sick all the damn time, right? Cancer's at an all-time high, right? Cancer's more or less like a plague. Everyone knows someone who's got cancer, right? But because he loves money so much, he just rather give them his petrochemicals, right? Which ain't any good for you, right? It says, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, yeah, right? Because you get to a point where you can't even do shit. Scriptures already say in Ezekiel that Israel shall eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, right? Which we do, right? We eat our food. Our food is poisoned. Our water is poisoned, right? But the Lord has put protection around us, right? Such that we don't all just drop dead, right? And that's why it says what is this? Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, right? Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass, right? So the Lord knows how long Esau's going to be in rulership for, up to the nanosecond, right? The Lord knows how much you're going to be able to do. The Lord knows how much you ain't going to be able to do. Scriptures all saying in Job 20, when he's about to fill his belly, right? It's basically when he's about to accomplish his new world order, his agenda, right? Then the Lord's going to knock him off his seat, right? That's what, and that is why, because if the Lord didn't allow this man to continue, he would consume all flesh. In fact, let me get that in Habakkuk 2. 2:5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Right, so if you're as death and you cannot be satisfied, right, how if you're given infinite amount of time, what you gonna do? You gonna kill everything, right? Because you'll never be satisfied. Right, if he's supposed to get his new world order, right, the population of the earth is down to 500 million, right, he'll find a reason to kill off the rest. And then eventually it will just be him, and he'll find a reason to kill himself. And the planet will have suffered for it. right? And all the animals in the world, right? They're suffering as well. Whales beaching themselves, right? This is one of the reasons why we ask the Lord, how long, right? Because we don't want to be here anymore, right? Watching, the animals all suffering, like the people all suffering, man. This place is wicked. Right, so Isaiah 24:5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, yet Esau, right, the so-called white man, right, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, right. So the earth is defiled because Esau doesn't follow the law, right. He's transgressed the land Sabbath, for instance, right, and that's to do with basically keeping the land fresh. And then guess what? The land, the Lord designed it such that if the land ain't fresh, that you get herbicides, so your herbs like weeds and stuff growing, because that helps bring nutrients up to the surface of the soil. But because Esau's a genius in the love of money, right? He said, no, I'm just gonna spray it all with herbicides, right? And hey, that's making him money in two ways, because one of his companies makes money making the herbicide, and another company pays for the cancer treatment from when you get cancer from those herbicides. The Lord already made it such that if that is happening, that's because your land is terrible, right? Stop farming it, right? This is Psalms 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness, all the foundations of the earth are out of course, right? Because the Lord has basically set everything up to work beautifully together. Everything works in cycles, right? Ecosystems, right? So when Esau's destroying a habitat, then the ecosystem gets messed up. When that gets messed up, that then negatively affects all of the other ecosystems, right? And this is like year two. I mean, year two. That's what you're 6, 7 years old here in the UK or something like that. Yeah, you get taught this shit, about the cycles of the earth, man. Maybe a bit later, maybe like 8, 9, but you get taught this shit before you get old, about the cycles, about how if if you got a bottom, I forget the technical term, but for the animals that say eat the grass, right, near the bottom of the food chain, but the grass is gone, then that animal that eats the grass is gone. That means the animal that eats the grass, that's gonna go, right? Or if you negatively affect one, right, then you get predators that get too big. And when you get the predators that get too big, then they start killing other animals that they shouldn't be killing, right? These are all systems that the Lord has put together, but because the foundations have been ruined, right? The very fabric of life Esau's tampering with, right? Literally as well, in them laboratories. Right? Now, end with this. Revelation 11:18 says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Right? And once again, that's Esau. He's destroyed the earth. Right? So it's only right, because the Lord loves the earth. The Lord chose the earth as the place where man should be, right? Yet Esau's gone and destroyed it, right? So imagine you've made an art installation, and someone goes in and starts pissing up all over it. If you have the power to deal with that man, you will. And the Lord Yahweh, He has the power to deal with the man that's been pissing in his art installation, right? And the Lord will. Right, so it's another reason why Esau's going to be destroyed. Like, people like to ask us, why should these things happen? Because y'all are the wicked, right? So I gotta get prepared for work. The Lord's will that was edifying. Until the next time, I'm gonna say shalom.